Now, many of you know that in Nio Day 2024, on the 21st of December, Nio launched their Firefly sub-brand. And obviously, the pre-orders have been opened, and so many of the new investors wonder exactly where the orders are, or the pre-orders are. And these pre-orders, you will notice that, or you will know that these are not confirmed orders as yet. The day Firefly officially does the second launch, or the official launch, you and me can agree that those orders are the ones that are going to matter. But also pre-orders, I must say, majority of the people that do the pre-orders, they might not cancel, or they usually don't cancel and be the first ones to obviously get the car in their hands. Now, the reason why I'm talking about Firefly is because apparently the president of Firefly, Mr. Jin G, accepted an exclusive interview with NetEase regarding the Firefly sub-brand, and he unpacked quite a number of things, which of course the first thing is relating to the pre-orders. He said the orders that they have received from the Firefly sub-brand has exceeded their expectations. This is the very first thing he says. Orders have exceeded expectations, and like I said, these are not solid orders as yet, because it has not been officially launched as yet. We don't know how much the price of the Firefly will be, but we know that with a battery it's just over 140,000 RMB, which is something that is great and exciting. So those orders, since the Nio Day 2024, where this car was launched, the president of Firefly is indicating that orders have exceeded expectations, and he said more than half of these people that are ordering Firefly are not Nio users, are not Nio drivers, meaning that we are seeing majority of the people that are placing orders onto Firefly not being the Nio users or not driving Nio at this very moment, which is something that obviously it's great to say that it's not only that Onvo will be supported by the current Nio users, but even the people that don't own Onvo no Nio are the ones that are seriously flooding in and placing their orders because they like the Firefly sub-brand. I mean, you will know that there has been some questions that arose of saying, why does it have 6 headlights, which some of the people were not liking. But I must say, new trends usually takes time to be accepted by people. I mean, there's quite a number of things that we saw. I mean, even the Apple phone, this Apple phone, when they first launched this phone, these 3 cameras, so many of the people were saying, does it really work? But right now, people, if your phone doesn't have 3 cameras, unfortunately it doesn't do it for them, right? Because this is something that some people got to accept with time, and it is just so incredible right now. People are so comfortable going in and buying the iPhones because of the stylish design, because iPhone went a step ahead and introduced cameras that were not there on the market, 3 cameras, which is something that is great. So same to Nio, because these 6 headlights, so many of the people are still not used to them. Of course, some will have the comments, but I tell you, this new trend, it's going to be liked as time unfolds. I mean, the fact that this Firefly president is indicating that majority of the people that have ordered Firefly are non-Nio users, it is just so great. It means that people outside, there are those that obviously when they see this car, they are seeing it as a very beautiful car, such a unique car, and therefore it is for that reason that we are seeing orders coming in, or we are seeing orders flocking in because of the stylish, because of the difference that you will pick or that you see from this car as compared to other cars in its segment. I mean, this is a mini premium brand, and I must say, we need to brace ourselves for what's coming. Now, the next thing he said, the idea of Firefly self-built battery swap, it will not be built ahead of time. It is hoped that it will be deployed according to actual needs of users. So, Firefly battery swapping stations won't be built before they start with the deliveries, but the demand, or the kind of demand that they see, is the one that will make Nio deploy battery swapping for Firefly. I mean, you will know that obviously Firefly will have their own separate battery swapping stations from the battery swapping station that Onvo and Nio are using, right? And this, for Firefly, the reason why they have their own separate is because batteries for Firefly are small, or are too small, and it is for that reason that obviously they will have their own designated battery swapping stations. But something to note that Nio has told us with battery swapping, or with Firefly's battery swapping stations, is that they are, number one, they are small, and number two, they are easy to build, and they cost, number three, less, which is something that is great, and we don't have to worry about the cost that will come with obviously these Firefly battery swapping stations. I mean, it won't take Nio that much, but obviously they are saying what they are doing now. They want to deploy based off what they are seeing in terms of demand, in terms of what the user, how the users are responding. For example, if there are quite number of users within a 5-kilometer radius of Nio, then they will introduce a Firefly battery swapping station around that area. They are not just going to deploy battery swapping station all over, but it will be determined by how many people are around a specific place. Then if they are quite a lot, or they reach the minimum maybe threshold for them to get a battery swap, Nio will deploy a battery swap or a mini battery swapping station for those people, which is something that is great, right? So it will be built, or battery swapping will be built based on the demand, right? Which I think it makes sense, because it will save Nio costs rather than spending a lot and not getting as much demand, or not getting as many deliveries in a specific area. It would not make sense for Nio to obviously just go and aggressively deploy battery swapping stations, or Firefly small battery swapping stations. So this is what the president of Firefly said, Mr. Jingji, and of course we look forward to all this. Now the last thing he said Firefly channel model in Europe will be flexibly evaluated, including direct sales agent or dealers, etc., etc. So there will be direct sales where you will know that as it stands in China, Firefly will be sold inside the Nio stores. So when you go inside the Nio store, you will see, or you will find also Firefly there. But in Europe, it will be sold into Nio stores, yes, but there will also be agents or dealers that you will find this Firefly sub-brand, which is great, which is amazing, because in Europe it appears that they want to make sure that it gets to the people as soon as possible, because they don't have so many showrooms, Nio, in Europe, and therefore with that, but they want Firefly to flood Europe, right? And in that case, for them to easily do that is to negotiate, or is to find dealers that they can do partnerships with, and they sell their cars there, which I think is a good idea, an interesting idea, because number one, it will save them costs for deploying more stores for Nio and Firefly, as Firefly will also be sold at other dealerships, as Firefly will also be sold by third-party companies, which is something that obviously it's pretty good, it's pretty interesting, and I think it's a good strategic move for Europe. In China, Nio has got quite a number of stores, and this I don't think it's really necessary, because Nio is already all over China. Nio stores, you'll find them all over China, and therefore, because they've got so many stores, they can still utilize the same stores to advertise the Firefly sub brand, which is great and amazing. So yeah, man, this is what we read, or this is what came from the president of Firefly. I am very happy, I'm excited. Yeah, blue sky is coming. Long term will win. Those that are persevering throughout the headwinds that here price will most definitely be rewarded with time. I'll see you in my next video, and God bless you all.